From Red Zone Weather in Bruton, Alabama, with meteorologist Spinks Meganson. Severe weather coverage starts right now.
Tornado warning until 6 a.m. for parts of southwestern Okaloosa County. This includes areas near Mary Esther. Hope you're having a nice Thursday. I'm meteorologist Spinks Meganson. Possible tornado at Mary Esther. Right now, this possible tornado is moving to the north, and we need everyone near Hurlburt Field and Mary Esther to be sheltered as this possible tornado comes in from the south. Again, this is for southwestern Okaloosa County, and this does not include Destin or Fort Walton Beach. The threat is going to be just to the west of there in parts of southwestern Okaloosa County. Again, a tornado warning just coming on the board until 6 a.m., and this is going to include Hurlburt Field. We have a water spout that's coming on shore, and again, this is a situation that requires action. We've had a tornado watch for coastal counties over the last several hours, but this is now a tornado warning, and we need folks to take action, specifically if you're near Hurlburt Field or Mary Esther, as we have a possible tornado coming on shore from the south. And let me step off camera as I'm kind of solo driving our coverage right now. And let's go ahead and talk about the cell as it stands right now, because really this is going to be right at Mary Esther. This is on the west side of Fort Walton Beach, even though Fort Walton Beach proper is not included in this active tornado warning. And so let's go over to the velocity product. The cell seems to be weakening somewhat as it comes ashore right now. But right in through here is going to be a possible tornado, and this is lifting quickly onto the Eglin Air Force Base property, the Eglin Reservation as it's known. Again, there's your polygon, and what we can do is take you over to the watch warning map so that you can see. Here's Okaloosa County. And you notice that Crestview is not included in the tornado warning. Same thing in Destin and Fort Walton Beach. This is specifically an issue down here near Mary Esther and also Harris, and this does include Hurlburt Field. And so if you're at Hurlburt Field or near there, we need you to be in a safe place as we have a possible tornado coming in from the south. Let me stress, this specific cell is not going to be an issue for Fort Walton Beach or Niceville. If you're in Niceville, you are A-OK right now. Possible tornado is just to the west, and it appears that just like that, the thing has gone away. Let me make sure. Yeah, you know what? The Weather Service, just in the course of a few minutes, has actually just canceled that warning. And so just like that, it's gone. And the reason they're canceling the warning is because the cell has faded away. And look, you know, that's kind of typical with what happens with tropical signatures. You can still see there certainly is a signature there right here. That is atmospheric rotation, and that's going to continue to move to the north. We'll keep watching it. But again, for folks just now coming in the stream as of 5:29 a.m., the threat has gone away. And so at this point, believe it or not, very, very quick hitting warning. The tornado warning for Okaloosa County is canceled. So let's show you what's happening while we've got you here on this special live update. We came on the air because of the tornado warning that was issued several minutes ago for parts of southern Okaloosa County, specifically for areas near Niceville. But as is all too often the case with these tropical spin-up tornadoes, the threat has pretty much faded away as of now. The good news is this has been a night, so far anyway, that has underperformed across South Alabama and Northwest Florida. Yes, there have been gusts of wind as high as 30 and 40 miles an hour at times, specifically back over here in parts of West Alabama. In Washington and Mobile counties, quite a bit of gusty wind over the last few hours, and I have heard in a few communities from you over the last few hours, and thanks to all of our folks that have sent me messages and that sort of thing, kind of indicating what's happening in your location. It is so immensely helpful that we've got eyes and ears across the region letting us know what's going on. A few branches down and things like that, but really so far across our region, I've not heard of anything in the way of specific damage. Let's zoom in quickly and again show you what prompted us to come on the air. You can see that this larger supercell thunderstorm prompted the tornado warning, and you can see right about there is when the warning started about now 10 minutes ago, and it faded away just as quick. And quite frankly, that is the total norm when we have these tropical induced tornadoes. They start and then you blink your eyes and they're gone. Most tornadoes in tropical systems do not last very long at all. In fact, most hurricane-induced tornadoes sometimes last less than a minute. Wouldn't be shocked if that's what happened here. The cell came on shore and it collapsed. By the way, we also have a separate tornado warning in progress for parts of Franklin, and let's see, I don't think that includes Gulf County. No, that's specifically for southwestern Franklin County, and that does include Apalachicola. So if you happen to know someone at Apalachicola, Florida, Apalachicola is under a tornado warning until 6:15 a.m. So about 45 more minutes for folks in Apalachicola. There is an active tornado warning in progress right now. And so looking at this situation where we have a possible tornado at Apalachicola, Florida, that's a little to the east of our area. Let me give you a rundown of what's going on locally, because we do have ongoing showers in progress in parts of Butler, Conecuh, Covington, Escambia, Alabama, and also Washington counties, and really northern Mobile County out near Mount Vernon as well. We'll check on the velocity on this just to make sure we're not about to get a tornado warning there. And really, I don't see anything suspect over in West Alabama at this point. Here's Escambia County, Alabama. You've got some showers near Atmore, Canoe, Waubee. You've also got some heavier rain near parts of Bradley. Heavier rain also happening farther inland near Mixonville and Evergreen along with Georgiana. But so far, so good. These cells up here really don't have any instability to work with. All of these pretty much in the middle part of your screen. And so those are going to continue to move to the north. Same thing in Covington County, by the way. If you're in Covington County, yes, there's some rain, but really nothing in the way of big action. And so hopefully let's kind of keep it that way over the next little bit. But again, the reason we came on was because of this heavier thunderstorm that is happening near Duke Field now, and also really on the western side of Niceville out towards the Destin Airport as well. The cell's kind of lifted to the north of there. Yes, there is broad rotation, no doubt about it, but the circulation has really just fallen apart. And so yes, there is indeed broad rotation out over the Eglin property. This is kind of the broad rotation area, and this is moving like that toward the interstate, moving away from Niceville, moving away from Fort Walton Beach and the Destin Fort Walton Beach Airport. So that's good news. This is going to come up to I-10 in about 10 minutes. And what I'm doing, we did get a cancellation on the warning. So again, let me be clear for folks in Okaloosa County, we do not have an active tornado warning. It is over for now. But the reason we're here, we're going to give it a few minutes just to make sure that we don't get a new warning in this area. I don't think we will, as the overall signature is not that impressive. The only thing we have going in terms of active warnings, and here's kind of a wide view of the entire situation. Yes, heavy rain. Yes, occasional lightning and thunder happening now near Destin and Niceville, but no warning. No warning. The Weather Service noting that there could be a flash flooding potential shortly near Fort Walton Beach as this next cell comes ashore. But again, the only warning as of 5:35 a.m., very early on this Thursday morning, associated with an outer band of Hurricane Francine, is this tornado warning that we have down here in Apalachicola, which is for parts of Franklin County. This does not include Port St. Joe. So if you're at Port St. Joe, you are fine for now. Let's see if we can turn on our radar data from Eglin Air Force Base. Looking at this storm down around Apalachicola, and yeah, you can clearly see there definitely is more activity in terms of heavier rain coming into Apalachicola. Apalachicola is known for its oysters. For those of you that may be watching from other parts of the country very early on this Thursday, great oysters from down in Apalachicola. Wonderful little town in Franklin County, Florida. And if you happen to know someone in Apalachicola, I would tell you to call them right now and wake them up. It's 5:36 in the morning. It's 6:36 in the morning at Apalachicola. They're on the Eastern Standard Time. You cross from Mexico Beach into Gulf County. That's the line, the time zone line. And so 6:36 a.m., that warning is until 7 a.m. Eastern. All right, so Apalachicola, Florida, tornado warning continues for the next few minutes. But again, just looking at this, there's your former tornado warned storm coming out of Mary Esther and Fort Walton, moving north onto the Eglin Reservation. And the good news is people don't live out here. This is military property. And so what we're going to do is go back to covering storms in the Red Zone Weather app, and quite frankly, just kind of shooting it to you straight. The good news is there really has not been much in the way of activity over the last few hours. I have been very fortunate to, again, get a lot of photos and videos in from across the region, and quite frankly, there's just not much going on. And so that's what we like to see anytime we have a landfalling hurricane. I tell you what, the dry air really has gotten the best of this hurricane. And what I mean by that is it is weakening this hurricane. It's now a tropical storm, and I wouldn't be shocked if in the next advisory package this thing goes down to a tropical depression. We should note that there is a tornado watch that does continue for Washington, Mobile, Baldwin, Escambia, Florida, Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton counties. All right, so a tornado watch does continue for those counties until technically 6 a.m. And I don't think we're going to see a continuation of that for local areas. And so let's put the radar into motion so you can get a good idea of what's going on here. Center of Tropical Storm Francine, moving north across southeast Mississippi. So again, here's what we're going to do. Because we have no active tornado warning for any part of South Alabama or Northwest Florida, we will go back to covering storms in the Red Zone Weather app, and y'all know the drill. I'll be watching things, and if we happen to have another tornado warning, we will come straight back on Facebook Live to bring you the latest. Apologies that I was off camera for much of the event. But again, we're watching these cells coming into Okaloosa and Walton counties over the next few minutes. If we have another tornado warning, we'll come back on Facebook Live and YouTube Live to bring you the very latest. On behalf of all of us at Red Zone Group LLC, I'm Spinks Megginson. We will see you soon.
Be sure to find us across social media, and don't forget to download the free Red Zone Weather app and set up your customized alerts. Please support our Red Zone Weather sponsors who make our coverage possible every single day.